Hi, and welcome to our second episode of With Misfits. I am your host, Kelly.
And I am your host, Nishigandha.
Today, we're going to be talking about turning 25. And basically just the fear of being left back, and also, just being stuck in this place because we're turning 25.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And 25 is a big thing.
Yes.
A big, huge milestone.
A very huge one.
Especially if you're a girl.
I think even it's for the boys.
Yeah, but I think maybe, yeah.
No, it's for the boys also.
Let me retract that. Not especially if you're a girl.
Yes.
Just especially if you're living in India. That makes more sense.
Makes sense.
Yeah. Alright. So turning 25, a huge deal if you're in India. Born an Indian. With Indian parents and Indian grandparents. Yes.
Okay.
So why is it a huge thing, Nishi?
It's not really that bad, but maybe a hiccup kind of thingy.
It's a huge hiccup.
Okay, that's huge hiccup.
It's not a little hiccup. I mean, it's a huge hiccup for you too.
Okay.
It's not?
No, I mean, see, it's like we are used to that culture, so I don't think it would be really a hiccup as such.
Okay, so what is it?
Maybe it's like you are a little more laid back because your parents are already into that. They're earning well, and then they are quite responsible enough, and they can be responsible for your career or whatever. Okay. So they are. They are good with it. They can do something. They can take the responsibility. So I think they have been grown up that way, and we are also being grown up that way, that we are supposed to take the responsibility of our family members.
Okay, so besides, let's not look at the fact that let's talk about, we are going to be taking a responsibility of our parents. Mm-hmm. I mean, that's there, that we knew when we were growing up.
Yes.
But why is 25 so much of an annoying age for us as an individual?
As an individual, I think because we have a lot of pressure and responsibility.
Mm-hmm.
So we have like responsibility in taking care of our work, like our career.
Yeah.
Then maybe to go ahead with a new family, or making a new family. So yeah, we have a lot of responsibility this age.
She's not talking about babies, she's talking about getting married.
Right, that's where it all starts.
So it starts for you at 25.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, so that's the age where I need to be capable of standing on my own legs, and then maybe be prepared to get married.
All right. Yeah. So basically what she said, we will talk about the marriage. I wanted to say marriage. Oh my God. We will talk about the marriage aspect of it again, but let's talk about the working aspect of it first.
Okay.
So we want to now work, be responsible, and for 10 years of our lives, we have studied. Then after that, again, 2 more years studied. And then after that, another 3 years studied. For some people, then again, another 2 or 3 years studied. And then suddenly, you turn 24. And then you are like, I need to get a job in 1 year. Before I'm 25.
Yes, and be responsible
enough. What's that about? Like, give us some time to study about getting a job.
No. That's how it is, I guess. Okay.
So how do we deal with that? Like, how do we deal with the fact that we don't have a job? Or, when they say job, everyone wants you to get something stable where you earn where you earn a monthly salary or an annual salary or something like that. Not where you're making a podcast in the middle of the day or making YouTube videos, because that's not considered a job. But yeah, so So what was the question? Yeah, so basically what I want to say is, what does it mean to get a job? What does it mean to work?
To work, I think at the age of 25 now, if people are going to get married like soon, like in like 2 years, they always have this thing of earning and being independent
Okay.
so that they don't depend on someone else. And in case there comes a situation when something is needed, so then we can always go and help them. So it has some kind of a responsibility that you need to earn well.
But see, that is your idea of
Yeah,
work
that's my idea of work.
and job.
Yes.
That's not my idea of job and work.
That's good.
Like, basically, for me, this is making, or this is my job. This is work, like spreading awareness or talking about issues or making a podcast or, doing freelance. That is work for me, even though it's not a stable income.
Mhm.
That is my job,
Mhm.
and I consider that a job. So I think when, we usually speak about work, or we speak about what we're doing in front of our friends or in front of people, even who we don't know, and we're talking about it, and they have someone who is the same age as us, it becomes very, people think it's shameful, or it's like they are at a lower level when
Yeah.
people say, I've got a job at this company that's earning me this much money, but my son who is 25 or my daughter who is 25 is still doing freelance.
Okay.
So that
Yeah.
for them, see, even like my voice changed because when like this money and then freelance. Like, why? In the beginning, it used to be the whole thing about science and arts or vocational, and everyone used to think that it's a bad stream to get into in education.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true.
So now they're doing the same thing with jobs. Like,
You have to earn well and you have to be settled. You
I
need
don't
to have this, you need to have that.
I don't even think it's about the money. I think it's just about
The
where
status.
you are working.
Probably.
Like, even if you are going, or if, okay, I'm not saying that working as a school janitor or as a office peon is a bad job,
It's not.
but considerably it does pay low.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I would just use this as an example. Say you are a peon in an office,
Mhm.
or a janitor in school, or just, a secretary in school or something like that.
Hmm.
For them, it doesn't matter. As long as you're going to work at 9 in the morning, you're
Yes.
coming back at 6 in the evening.
Yes.
That is your job, and that's amazing that you have a job.
yes.
But, if you do not have the 5 o'clock, or I mean the 9 o'clock to 6 o'clock timing,
yeah.
and it's, or your job is haywire, freelance, then you're not doing anything. You're
Yeah.
not. You don't have a job.
Even I just I just thought of something. It's like when I'm at home, I've been working with Life counseling.
Mhm.
So whenever I have some kind of work and I sit at home and I'm doing something,
Mhm.
my family, or I think my family members,
Mhm.
whoever
Mhm.
is with me, they're
Mhm.
like, Nishi, you're not doing anything. Can you just please come and do some work with,
Oh my
can you just
God.
help me in this kitchen work? So I'm like, see, I'm working. I'll come back after something. Then they're like, okay, fine. You're working, right?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah.
So it's just that you're sitting at home, you're doing
Mhm.
nothing. So
Yeah, this same thing happened to me just yesterday. See, my family understands that this is my work, and they know that I'm working, but sometimes they kind of forget. So, yeah, it's like on reflex, you just forget. Like, they'll just walk in and then like, you've been home all day. Why didn't this happen? I'm like, I have not been home all day doing nothing.
nothing. Exactly.
I have been working. I have been editing. I have been reading. I have been, picking up on or catching up on my correspondence or some online classes. I'm like, I've not been doing nothing. So, yeah. And I think that also shows the difference in cultures.
Mm-hmm.
We say we need to be independent at the age of 25.
Yes.
But we're not, we're technically, by law,
We're not.
we're independent way before that.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
mean, by law, if you, like legal stuff, we are
Mhm.
allowed to sign in on things. We are
Yeah.
allowed to vote. We are allowed to drive a car. We are allowed to buy property. We are allowed to get a loan.
Mm-hmm.
All before the age of 25.
Mm-hmm.
But we are not allowed to move out of the house. We are not allowed to work. We are not allowed to learn how to work. That is, get a part-time job or things like that before the age of 25.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like they want, they always feel that, you shouldn't be alone. You can still be with us, and then we are still earning. So it's okay to be at home and then with us.
But then they still talk about us not working.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, my example, like my experience, for 3 years, I think this was in college.
Okay.
Or something, undergrad or something. So that was 3-4 years back.
Yeah, maybe.
3 years back. I wanted to get a part-time job.
Okay.
I wanted to work like at KFC or Pizza
Domino's,
Hut.
yeah.
I wanted to get a part-time job just for the fun of it, because it's amazing, right? I have a part-time job. Ooh, yay! That's so cool. And then my mother is like, "Are you mad?" I'm like, "What? Like, are you crazy? Why do you need a part-time job? You just have to study." And I'm like, "But I am studying, but I also want a part-time job." No. Now, fast forward 3 years later.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, at this age, I want to move out of the house into a flat where I can work, do my things in peace and quiet, because I like peace and quiet. And then the same thing. Are you mad? She's gone mad. Why is she talking about this? We're still here. We're still this. You don't have to go anywhere. We'll leave you home alone. And I'm like, but this is my house. This is where I want to laze about, where I want to chill. I don't want to work. So when I have a different space, it makes me more motivated to work.
True.
And they don't get that. Because, I don't know, it's
the Indian culture.
It's tiring. The Indian culture is tiring. So yeah, I mean, because if we compare the Indian culture to the culture abroad, everyone is independent at the age of 18, 16,
mm-hmm.
18.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, they move out of the house way early and they never find it difficult to get a job. Okay, yes, the whole government thing where we don't have enough jobs and all that's besides the point. But I'm saying they don't find it difficult to transition. We are finding it difficult to transition because we're so used to...
Yeah. We are supposed to have that gap. We just need to study and then immediately we have to start with the job.
Exactly.
So we don't have that...
the period of transitioning. Like, we don't get used to the fact, okay, now I need to move on to getting a job.
Yes.
Now it's just finish and then get thrown into the deep end of the pool. We don't even know how to swim. Like, we don't know how to do our resumes because no one taught us that.
Yep.
We don't know what we're supposed to say in an interview because no one taught us that. I mean, if someone asks you right now, I ask you, I'm an interviewer.
Okay.
Tell me something about yourself.
That's a difficult question.
Why is it a difficult question?
Okay.
We're talking about ourselves and we do not know what to answer. So, yeah, I mean...
Okay, let's get back.
Like, we have nothing to say for ourselves. Like, we can show them our resumes. We can say, we worked at so-and-so, so-and-so company. But we cannot tell them who we are. Because that's all we amount to. Let's get back.
Get back.
I'm getting too deep into this. Okay, let's get back. Because it annoys and baffles me. I do not like the concept of getting married at 26 or 25, work and... Duh.
I need to get married.
Okay, let's talk about marriage now.
Marriage.
So you're getting married?
Yes.
At 25?
No. Don't decrease.
Okay, she's not getting married at 25.
No.
When are you getting married?
Oh, maybe 26.
Wow, that's a difference.
That is a huge difference. I have time.
I'm sorry.
Thanks.
So she's getting married at 26.
Yeah.
So between the age of 25 to 26, you have to earn.
Yes.
Okay, they do not know that I'm making air quotes.
Yes.
You have to earn, in air quotes, and get a stable job.
Yeah.
But that is a personal thing, right?
That's a
is
personal
thing. Okay,
Yes.
that's a personal thing. Because if she divorces her husband, she needs to be able to fend for herself.
Okay, that's too far, but then yes.
Husband, do not listen to this.
I don't have yet, thank God.
Right. No, I think it would have been different. Okay, we are moving, but let me just say it. It would have been different if you had someone you wanted to get married to. Like, if I look at it, if I have someone, like I'm dating someone, or I have someone who I like ask me to marry him, I wouldn't mind getting married to him.
Okay.
But
That's fine,
the
boy.
whole no, the whole concept of
Marriage.
Yeah, or finding someone to getting married off to, and then just marrying a stranger. I can't do that. I mean, I do not want to do that right now.
Okay. She's just confessing something. I think people should hear this.
I'm not confessing anything.
That's her perspective, basically.
That's my perspective. I do not want to get married at the age of 26 or 27, maybe 29 or 30.
Okay.
Or after that.
Fair enough.
You do not need to get married to have babies. It's a biological thing that can happen without marriage.
Fair enough.
But that's a belief. So, anyways, let's not divert.
Okay.
I know
Let me just randomly say this, but I have learned how to take care of like the bank accounts and stuff like that.
You have learned?
Yes.
Yeah, I know a little bit. I know how to deposit money. I know how to take out money. I know how to go to the counter and ask that lady. I know which lady to talk to.
All right.
I know the bank manager, so I can talk to the bank manager.
Okay.
I know where the boxes are.
Mm-hmm.
The
What boxes?
the
Cash.
no
Box.
the boxes.
Checks.
The key boxes.
All right, you know it. It's okay.
I know where the
Continue.
boxes are.
Okay.
I know how to do an FD.
Okay. I do everything online. I don't go to the bank at all.
Oh, I don't do any.
I
I have a net banking thing that I still need to go and get it set up. Like, I've gotten the letter, but I've not got to the bank. I do not like going to the bank.
I don't like either. So I do almost everything online. I don't, unless I have to deposit cash and then I have to go there. So yeah, that's the thing. I know stock market.
Okay,
I'm very proud of it.
I do not know stock market, and I do not want to, because I feel that if I start reading about stock market and investments, I am not going to stop, and I don't want to know that. Like, I don't want to be interested in it. I don't know why. I just don't want.
Okay, a very general statement. Kelly, you are finally 25 because you know bank. You know how to manage bank.
But
I mean,
I have been made, I was made to write checks when I was in school. I was forced to write checks when I was in school.
And I used to make blunders.
Yes. They used to be like, write this. And I'm like, why? Why are you doing this to me? My uncle used to make me write deposit slips.
Yep.
I hated it. I still hate it.
Okay.
Because I make mistakes.
Oh.
Especially when I'm looked, like, they look over. And
Yeah.
Yeah. But banking is not that bad compared to taxes.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I don't know anything about it.
I don't know anything about taxes.
I don't want to know about it.
I know that there is a CA. I know we need to know who the CA is. And I'm going to give my CA stuff. Like, he's not even my CA, but I'm going to just CA.
Okay.
I don't want to deal with taxes.
Yes.
Okay. I think we're talking about everything. So,
we did.
25, work, money, marriage, taxes, taking care of everyone, taking care of everything.
Comparing yourself to others.
We didn't talk about that.
Yup.
We didn't talk about comparing ourselves to others, which I think is the main purpose of this podcast. Yeah, we were just taking our frustration out for like 19 minutes, and we're sorry about that. So basically the main reason for this podcast is because lately I have been feeling like I'm stuck.
Okay.
Like, I'm doing things. I'm working. I have my own, like, I made up my own online service, online counseling, and it's going well. Like, we're doing things, we're doing exciting things, spreading awareness. But compared to what other people are doing, my age, I feel like I'm stuck.
Okay.
And I think a lot of people our age feel the same thing.
Yes, I do feel the same thing
Yeah.
also.
They feel like they are not moving forward for their age. They feel like they have to do things fast because time is running out. Like, there is a clock over our heads and time is running out. And it's a horrible feeling because you don't know what you're doing. You feel like a headless chicken
running aimlessly.
Yeah, running aimlessly in a crowd of people who just know where they're going to.
Yep.
And it's a bad feeling.
Yes.
And I don't want to feel that.
But we can't do anything. We are in that situation. But we can always try to maybe try not to compare. See, we need to know what we are doing. And we need to be confirmed that what we are doing is right for us.
Exactly.
So I think that's the first step that we can always take.
Exactly. And I think I learned it. Like, I have done that. I said, okay, I'm doing a lot and I should not be comparing myself to anyone else.
Yes.
Because they might be doing whatever they're doing, whatever jobs they're doing. They're teaching, they have their own, whatever. They're working at so and so company. They're doing this, they're doing that. But I'm doing something that's exciting for me.
Yes.
Like, I like what I'm doing.
True.
And it's interesting. Like, every day is different. So I don't want to be in a position where I say, just because I can say I have a job or I go here to work, I don't want to be in a position and then later say, I don't like that job. It's a bad job, or I just feel very ill. It's a tiring job. I don't want to say that.
Yep.
I mean, I don't care that I have to stay awake all night editing a video, which I do not know how to do. But it's fun.
Yup. It is.
It's fun for me. And I think whoever is in this position should be doing the same thing. Do what is fun for you. And even if it takes time, because everything is going to take time. You cannot just reach to the top with the snap of a finger. It doesn't matter what degrees you have. It doesn't matter, where you come from or whatever. But you need to follow your ambition and do what you want to do.
Yes.
Like, if you want to become a writer, don't waste your time teaching.
Just start.
Just
begin.
Start writing. Like, invest your time in finding a editor or a producer. Don't waste your time in doing something you don't want to do just because it earns you money.
Yep.
And I know money is important in this world and everything, but imagine if you were a writer, you wrote, took you a year or two, you were broke for a year or two. But if that book was the bestseller,
boom,
you would earn more than what you earned in like 2 years of teaching.
Yes.
Okay, I know I'm using a lot of teaching, but it's just general. Like, I can't think of anything else.
No, but then that's true. Like, you need to know what you're doing, or maybe even if you're not getting a job right now, I think you should just plan it out and do things that you can achieve to that position, or do something that keeps you happy, or maybe not just compare yourself to someone else and be like, no, I need to do something like them. I don't think you can actually do it like them, because you have your own style, you have your own way, you have your own goals, you have your own limit where you can do things.
Yeah.
So I think you should always be responsible enough for your sake and not think about how others see you. And maybe that would be the second point that I would like to say.
Yeah, and don't follow people.
Yep.
Like, don't follow your friend, or don't follow someone your own age, your brother or your cousins. You don't have to follow them. I know that
maybe you can keep them as an inspiration, but not like follow them completely.
You could ask them for maybe advice on how they did this or did that if you like what they're doing.
True.
But don't follow their footsteps. As in, you don't have to run as fast as they're running.
Mm-hmm.
You can take your own, go at your own pace.
Mm.
You know, in a marathon, you cannot be caught up in someone else's pace.
True.
You have to have your own pace because that is your limit or that is your capability.
Or your control.
And you need to know what your capability is
Very true.
to, you know, be a better person in what you're doing. Yeah, I've always told people, like, I have friends who were trying to do things, too many things,
Mm-hmm.
because, you know, that is what people do. It was just last year. So I told this person, this person wanted to do a lot of things at once. You know, sell stuff, buy a plot, or buy land, or get a job, and, you know, too many things. And I'm like, you're just crowding yourself with so many things.
Goals. True.
Find one thing that is important right now,
Like a priority.
yeah, and then do it. Take baby steps, and then soon you're just gonna buy or you're gonna get everything. So fine, that person bought the land because that was the first thing they did.
Mm-hmm.
Then they got a job, so they moved to a different place, got a job.
Mm-hmm.
The land is there, they got a job now, and then they started selling things online.
Wonderful.
So now all those 3 things that they wanted to do in 1 week or 2 weeks, they kind of stretched it for 3 months and did it. I mean, it takes time, but you have to do it. You have to do things slowly, in your own pace. And we've said this numerous times, but I think people need to stop getting caught up in other people's pace.
That's
and
right.
feeling the pressure from that.
That's right.
Yeah, and also your parents who are telling you, or your aunts or uncles who like to nose about in your business, if they ask you what you're doing, and if you are not working a 9 to 5 job and you are freelancing, then tell them you're freelancing like a boss.
Yes.
Because if people ask me what I'm doing and I say, I work 24/7. I mean, I don't see you doing that. You're working just 8 hours. 8 hours?
That's all right.
But I work 24/7. I sleep like 3 hours maybe, or 4 hours. And that's good for me, but not for you. And that's okay.
Yeah. That's
all
true.
right.
Whatever is comfortable according to you, I think that is what work, or that's
Yeah.
how it is for you and not for others.
Exactly.
So know what you want and not what others want you to do. So I think that's the motto for today.
Yeah.
And that's how we
Know what you want and not what others want for you.
Yes.
Great motto. Amazing.
Thank you. And that's what we would like to end with.
Yeah, that's just it. I mean, turning 25, I don't think it's so bad anymore,
Mm-hmm.
but it's still bad. I don't know why it's bad.
It's just a little pressure. I think even we need to get this thing out of
Yeah.
which was quite good. So don't worry. You guys are a misfit, and also we are. And
We're definitely misfits.
Yes. So thank you for listening to us. Hope you would follow us
Yep.
on YouTube and Spotify.
This was our second episode of with Misfits, and we hope to see you we hope that you misfits are listening to us next time.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Hope this helped y'all. Peace.
Bye-bye.
Bye.